Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be making a very exciting video. Today's video will be good night to everyone who, fall edition, ASMR. Let's get into it. Good night to anyone who owns a pumpkin spice or apple cider candle. Good night to anyone whose favorite colors are yellow, orange, red, or brown. You are energetically aligned with this video. Good night to anyone who knows how to make a green bean casserole. Hopefully you'll wake up in jail where you belong, behind bars in prison. Good night to anyone who prefers ham over turkey, the honest choice and the correct choice. Good night to anyone who has already bought Halloween decorations for their lawn. I applaud the festivity. Good night to anyone who grew up going trunk-or-treating when they were a kid. I suppose it was kind of safer than going door to door. Maybe our parents kind of ate with that one. Good night to anyone who enjoys the simple pleasure of an almond joy. I mean, it's chocolate, it's coconut. Does that not sound mouth-watering? Does that not sound delicious? Good night to anyone who can make a good baked mac and cheese. I don't play about my mac and cheese. It's the highlight of the season, I'm telling you. Good night to people who like candied yams, like myself. It's kind of like a dessert, but healthier in a way, I think. Right? Good night to anyone who was born in the month of November. You know you're lucky. You can still get a Christmas present, you can still get a birthday present, and have them be on separate occasions. You won the lottery. Good night to anyone who enjoys a nice bowl of chili. It's chili season, y'all. Ooh, ooh. A special good night to all my Native Americans. You are the backbone of this country. We applaud you, and you are the reason we have a national holiday dedicated to eating. Yes. Good night to anyone whose family stuffs y'all's Thanksgiving turkey. Whole hand up the turkey ass is crazy. Y'all better be washing y'all's hands afterwards, cause lay. Good night to everyone who's eating creamed corn on Thanksgiving. And I think y'all know the targeted audience of those who are eating creamed corn for Thanksgiving, cause it's not gonna be my Blakies. Good night to all my beanie lovers. You guys, this time has finally arrived. Yes. Good night to all my dignified coffee enjoyers who are excited to be partaking in a cup of delicious pumpkin spice coffee, me included. Good night to everyone who has ever went ghost hunting on Halloween. That is cool as fuck. Cool as hell. Good night to everyone who has religious parents that are against celebrating Halloween. I feel your pain. Good night to everyone who is excited for the up and coming Halloween parties that are about to go down. The hangover is going to be crazy, but we will get through it together. Good night to everyone who enjoys pumpkin soup. Now, I've ate a lot of questionable things in my lifetime, but never has that tickled my fancy. What would it taste like? Is it sweet or like, what would that taste like? Good night to all my real bitches that enjoy sweet potatoes, especially with the marshmallows and the brown sugar and a little bit of honey. Good night to anyone who remembers the Halloween specials and the Halloween movies that used to play on Disney Channel back in the day. Like Twitches, Halloween Town, what else? A Girl versus Monster. Yeah, peak childhood. Good night to anyone who is working retail this Black Friday. I know y'all gonna hate to see me coming with 2 flat screens. Well, yes, I have to get those discounts. Good night to anyone who is chronically online enough to recognize this girl, the Empress of Fall. Good night to anyone named Autumn. Your time to shine has arrived. Good night to anyone who steps on the fallen leaves just to hear that crunch. You're real as fuck. I do the same thing. Good night to anyone born in the month of October. All my Scorpio friends, good night to you. Good night to anyone who likes pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is good as fuck and nobody can convince me otherwise. Like, don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them silence you, no. Good night to anyone who's brave enough to go to one of those haunted houses. Cause for me, I'd be damned if a nigga jump in front of me with a chainsaw. Hell no. Good night to all my classy and demure grown-ups who are partaking in the wineries and the vineyards. Next time y'all go, y'all need to take me with you. I just turned 21. I'm ready to drink. Good night to all my little adventurers going through the little corn mazes this season. That would stress me the fuck out. I can't. I would be feeling like my life is over. Like, I would be panicking. Good night to all my Southerners who have ever had the misfortune of family members making chitlins for Thanksgiving. Good night to anyone who has ever gotten one of those gummy Krabby Patties. Do they still sell those? I don't even know. Good night to anyone who has ever received a box of raisins for Halloween. I'd be damned if somebody give me a box of raisins. I'm shitting in their yard. I'm shitting in their yard. Good night to anyone who is still experiencing 80-degree weather, although it's supposed to be the end of September. Yeah, where is the fall-like weather? Good night to anybody who is a fan of the delicious Honey Crisp apple. It's the best apple, period. There's no discussion on this at all. Honey Crisp is the best. Good night to anyone who owns clothing in the color orange. And no, jail suits do not count. Good night to anyone who already knows what they're going to be for Halloween. You're ahead of the curve. Good night to anyone who can stomach whiskey. The shit's fucking nasty. Good night to anyone who's a fan of maple syrup. And no, not you Canadians, you don't count, because that's a given. Good night to all my alternative boys and girls. We know the fall time is the only time where you guys get to be emo in peace, so we'll let you live. Good night to all my caramel apple enjoyers. I am convinced that it's only us Americans who will sit there and put pounds of sugar on fruit. Like, this is why we have the highest blood pressure. Like, this is why we have health problems. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I shall see y'all in the next one. Bye.